Namaste. The involuntary kriyas that happen currently in the world is next level Kriya Yoga. It's going to transform the consciousness of humanity much faster. The technology of this, the evolution, the involuntary Kriya Yoga or involuntary Kriyas have been there on the earth for so many centuries. It's been there, but there was no science after it to there is the science behind this, but there is the science behind this was not revealed so far. And the involuntary kriyas that have been happening on the earth are the lowest level of the actual technology. The involuntary kriyas actually, it's the technology of divine management team. There is a divine management team actually that you are to manage the whole cosmos. Today you have rains, there is an energy behind it. You have sun, there is an energy behind it. There are so many divine energies as such. So there is a trinity. They are the CEOs. Whether you call it Hinduism or whatever the ism you call it, this is what the actual technology. The technology was named Hinduism. But Hinduism is not named the technology. Okay, it's like that. So the technology is like this, and there is a huge cosmic management team, and they don't have the bodies. They have only souls. They are not seen to the naked eye. That is the reason why you find all these devatas, devis, and all are not visible. They don't have the bodies. But without the bodies, they are there, spread everywhere in the whole cosmos, and then they manage so many things they take care of the whole. Today the world that we have, it's running because of the energies behind the seen world. So all those souls, the divine souls, actually have the highest level of this Kundalini Kriya, involuntary Kundalini Kriya Yoga. Highest, the topmost involuntary Kriya Yoga that happens in them, and it transforms much faster. It is quite advanced one. And some of it was stolen by the negative energies also. Negative energies have stolen this to certain extent. Say some 20% of it is stolen by them. Because to run the whole cosmos, you need positive energies, also negative energies. Then only there is a push and pull. Then only the whole management goes. Otherwise, the show will not happen. So, for all these devatas, there is a guru, Brihaspati. He is Brihaspati. For all these negative energies, also for their involuntary Kundalini Kriyas, also there is one guru. He is Shukracharya. The whole cosmos has got super duper unlimited cosmic energy. And this energy, these guys, just like black holes, when this Kriya happens, just like black holes or probably whirlwinds, these hurricanes, the swirlwinds that happen in the rivers and all, they are like, you cannot stop their power, unlimited powers they would have. If you get into stop them, they will lift you. Probably you must have seen in movies and all, like hurricane movies and all, they lift big houses and all, they throw them. So, from this cosmic energy is sucked by these divine guys, divine souls. You call that Devi, this Devi, or probably so many gods, or Indra, and all these guys, they are involved into doing this. And negative energies also. Negative energies are below the earth. Atala, Patala, Vitala, Talatala. There are so many worlds as such. Patala, and the 14 worlds. The worlds are like, just like in a scale of above 0, positive worlds, below 0, negative worlds. Below 0, you have so many volts, again 7 volts, again above 0 you have 7 volts. So below 0, just for the sake of example I am saying 0, below 0 you have 7 volts, all those negative energies. So negative energies, what do? Is they try to get into the zone of positive energies. They want to occupy, to rule the whole world. Positive guys are okay, they manage their own world. But the negative people always they want to occupy, because this has got more enjoyment. This domain has got more enjoyment and more joy, and all those things are there. So these negative people always, negative energies try to occupy this domain. And the whole cosmos actually runs through the wheel of 4 yugas, that is what it is. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. So when Kali Yuga comes, totally these negative guys totally rule this cosmos. So anyways, that's a different subject altogether. So these negative guys also have this Kriya happening. They are also very powerful. Ravana and all practice this only. And they also suck the unlimited energy from here. Of course, how much ever they suck, because they lack the dharma. They lack of dharma. Proper traits and all they will not have. So they will always fall behind these people. These positive guys always have dharma. They follow the dharma. So they are the strongest. They are the stronger side always. How much ever they do this kriya, they suck the some limited energies only. So this is how this kriya actually belongs to the divine. These are also some of these negative energies also, they do not have bodies. They are also souls only. They are there everywhere, spread. These are also souls. These guys have got their own management system again. They have their guru, they have their own king and all. These guys also they have their own king, they have their own energies, guru and all. Okay. So this involuntary kriya actually is the energy sucker. Big time energy sucker. By which you can transform. In a very fast way you can transform. But some of this only, probably just 3% of. Just 3% of this whole technology is there available for ages on the earth. This involuntary technology. I want to show you some of those examples. Now currently the involuntary kriya that is happening with you is just out of this 3% only. Now the path of Omism exposes you to this technology totally. That is the reason why whoever has this technology happening in them, they will be part of cosmic management system. Cosmic management system they can be. Whoever have access to this technology, the highest technology of evolution, involuntary Kundalini Kriya Yoga that happens with Devatas, if you have this thing, if you have access to this, you can be part of cosmic management system, meaning you will be able to meet the souls of divine souls of King Indra. You can meet Brahaspati, your soul. You can experience all these, and you can experience so many Devi, Devadas and all. You can experience when you get into these kriyas, and they will also probably give you some instructions to do some operations, some spiritual operations that will have impact in the world. That is what I am talking about. The Omism exposes you or gets you into this technology for the sake of balancing the world, for the sake of balancing the nature. See, you cannot change all the whole world in one day, or you cannot change all the people. Everybody do not have to change. But imagine there are some people like you. Imagine they are there everywhere spread. And imagine this technology happens in you. You don't have to talk to anyone asking them to change. You don't have to teach them anything. You cannot teach this technology basically orally. How much ever you write books, this cannot come to those people who read books and things like that. It has to follow a proper channel only, because this is the channel of energy, cosmic energy. Cosmic energy can even be stolen by negative energy. So this is very secretive path. So people who are exposed to this, they can just remain in their own involuntary kundalini kriyas, and their kriyas, you will become like a black hole. It doesn't mean that you will become negative. Don't see black hole as a negative thing. It's basically a management pool in the whole consciousness of the whole world. Imagine there is a huge river and there is a pool. You see some pool suddenly naturally occurring. Why they come? They come to balance the whole river. In the same way, imagine this kriya happens in you, and you will be able to naturally manage, or probably naturally balance the three gunas, sattva, rajo, tamo gunas in the nature. By this, when these gunas are balanced in the nature, what will happen is some good things will start happening in the world. People will start experiencing naturally some peace, calmness, and they get into their own good doings of good activities, not bad activities. So you don't have to teach them. You change, you meditate, you close your eyes, you do like this. You don't have to change them. You just remain in your own self with this kriya. This will have impact on some 10,000 souls around you. Minimum 10,000 souls, based on the kriya that happens in you. That is why I call it next level. This is a cosmic evolution related kriya actually. So this is next level. This is beyond ordinary kriya yoga or kundalini kriya yogas that so far have been taught so far on the earth. I will show you some references to this so you will understand. I will further continue this topic explaining you the deepest technologies behind the actual behind Kundalini yoga. There is a classical Kundalini yoga. Since ages it's been coming. Classical Kundalini yoga. There is Kriya yoga again. Classical Kriya yoga. Kundalini Kriya yoga also. Okay? These three, how they differ each other, and what is involuntary Kundalini Kriya yoga. This is the fourth one. The differences of all these things I will explain later. First you go through these references. You ask me what are the benefits if in case I do these, in case I get into this doing the advanced involuntary Kundalini Kriya yoga of the divine or the divine cosmic management teams or the devatas. If it happens in me, what do I gain? Apart from you being part of the cosmic management system of the divine, you not only transform yourself so faster, you transform yourself so faster. Apart from this, you will also materialistically you will gain many things, because you are helping the whole world, right? So you will also be given many gifts by the cosmic management team. What are those gifts? Don't ask me. You will get. So these are the things. So you see some references. I will show you some videos.